Hey there. Are you struggling with burnout in the real estate business? I've certainly been there. I get it. My name's Kathy Burns, and I am a realtor here in the Lake Norman area of North Carolina, just north of Charlotte. And I've got some insights for you. I've had a lot of burnout in and out of this industry, and I've learned some really important lessons of what I need to do. Like, how do I need to respond to that? How do I need to have my daily energy so that it doesn't affect me as much? I'll tell you, yesterday was a tough day. I recorded 3 videos. I put all this heart and energy into them, and I didn't push record. If you're interested in things like this, please subscribe below and stay tuned, because I'm going to give you some insights on how to possibly for you, but you got to do it yourself. How you would change that so that you don't get knocked down. It's one thing to get sucker punched, knocked down, but how quickly do you get up? Back in the 90s, man, I had a huge sucker punch in my life. I got sued, and it was by our best friend. And it was a huge sucker punch because, first of all, it was our best friend who sued me for fraud. I was just the person that was the agent that sold something. Back then I was in financial planning and did insurances. And he included me in a lawsuit because he was suing the insurance company that didn't want to pay his claim that he was trying to cheat on, just so you know that. I was innocent. But it didn't matter. I got included in that lawsuit. So the first sucker punch was one of our best friends sued me personally, and he sued me for fraud. Boom, boom. That was pretty tough. Then I didn't have errors and omission. I'll tell you what, that's an important tool to have, just so you know. And then what I found out was the attorney didn't like that I wanted to just tell my side of the story and tell the truth and what my rascal friend was up to. And she goes, "You're going to make a bad witness." And I go, "What? Is telling the truth the wrong?" So anyway, I was very stressed out with that. And she wanted $2,000 right off the bat as a retainer. Back in the early 90s, $2,000 was probably, to me, like $20,000. And I was a single mom raising my kids. And they were in private schools, which is where I swear all the money went. Right. I said, okay, good. So it comes to a point where $2,000 a month is kind of going on and on. I said, hey, stop. I can't do this anymore. We got to go on a payment plan. And when are we going to wrap this up? Is it going to go to court? What's going to go on? Well, it ends up coming in for deposition. So now I got 3 attorneys. My attorney, the insurance company's attorney, and my friend's attorney. So 3 people. And mine was not a good guy to me at all. By the time they beat me up for 7 hours, we took potty breaks, and that was it. Because I kept thinking it'd be over any minute, but it wasn't. So 7 hours in, boom, 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 boom. I even asked the attorney, treating somebody the way you're treating them. I really wonder, is that a profession that brings you joy? I would never be in that profession. Another story. I digress. So by the time they were done with me, the time in the mid-90s, I was making probably $60,000 a month. Straight commission, just like I am now. And for me, that was a lot of money. And now I was down to like 10. My kids had to go to school. I was going to lose my house, my car. I didn't know what to do. Well, somebody introduced me to network marketing, which got me on a path of personal development. And I'll tell you what, I look back on that day now, it was the greatest gift that ever happened to me because I started on a path of personal development. And that's where I'm getting back to in this story. You need to be on a path of personal development. You need to be constantly learning new things. How are you going to get better in this business? Whether it's tools or whatever. But the first place you got to start is your attitude. How are you going to deal with sucker punches? They gave us a great analogy of a yo-yo. And he said, you can throw it down and you can keep spinning. You can spin and spin until it stops. Or you can just tweak it and you pull yourself back together and you move on. That's what I did yesterday. After that, I was like, ugh. I allowed myself some downtime. I went in the other room, laid around with my dogs for a while, and just scrolled through Facebook. And then I said, okay, that's it. I'm done. I got to get back together here. It was the end of the day. But I needed to pick myself back up because if you wallow in this stuff, so don't do it. Just pick yourself up. And how do I do that? I listen to books like Brendan Burchard. There's so many incredible books that are out there. I'll be glad to give some lists below of different types of books. I've even done another video on all kinds of personal development books that I listen to. I start out my day. First thing I do, the alarm goes off, I read a devotion every day. It's a 365-day devotional. Read a little devotional, say my prayers with the Lord, ask for guidance on what I'm about to do, thank Him, of course, for all the blessings that He gives me. Then I go into a journal where I start my day, where I lay out different things based on Brendan Burchard's. He's got an app. Great. I go through that. Now it's 6 o'clock. I'm putzed around doing that. And now, boom, it's time to get up and I go work out. Another thing, I exercise. I want to stay healthy. I want to have the energy to do this business, because if you're tired and sickly, you eat bad, your whole mindset's going to be off anyway. I am not perfectly in shape. I am not at the right weight. I'm striving at all this stuff. However, that's my point. I'm striving to be better. I'm striving to be healthy. I'm striving to have a good attitude. And if anybody knows me and they said, what do you think about Kathy Burns? They're always going to say, man, that girl's an Energizer bunny and she's happy. That's me. And it's on purpose, because I surround myself with people that are empowering people. I do not want to be around Debbie Downers, or David Downers. None of them. I don't. I will sneak away. That's not my deal. I'm not going to be offensive. But man, I'm not hanging with them. If they're in your circle, it's up to you. But I would walk away from that circle and find myself a new circle so that you can have a much better attitude in life. And you want to know who's going to benefit? Your mate, your friends, your kids, your dogs, whoever. Life will be better. Your business will be better. You'll attract people to you with a good energy. They're going to want to work with you. First of all, we'll have other videos that we'll talk about getting fine-tuning your business. But if you don't fine-tune your attitude, man, I don't know how you survive in this business. It can be brutal, right? You've got to be able to bounce back. So, if you like this kind of straight talk, because I'm a straight talker, then subscribe below, ask questions. Don't be a jerk on here, because I don't want to see any of that, right? We don't have time for that. But be cool, ask questions, say, yeah, what was that video? I'm interested in that open house. What's that book you were talking about? I'll tell you. I'm happy to tell you. Let's get a conversation going on. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and if you don't like it, just move on down the road. Bye.